so high on misery, can't you see it?
When I was reading your bio, I understand that you're involved a little bit in this bullying thing at your school or something like that. Is that what's going on over there or something?
Yeah, so I have a campaign. It's called #TeamNoBully, and it's about just promoting anti-bullying, and I'm very against bullying because I've gone through it and I know how it feels. So if anyone is watching that's been through bullying, you know, it's tough and you can get through it.
I understand.
And so, like, a few examples of things that would happen was, like, kind of kiddish, but at the time it was very, like, impactful. Like, they would try to trip me in the hallways, or they would name call me, or, like, chase me around the playground at recess, like, being like, oh, she's the girl from TV, like, stupid things now that I look at it, but at the time it was like, but why? As the years progressed, I never gave up, and I think that has a lot to do with the support that I had from my family, and, you know, just knowing that I was able to come home and talk to them about things that happened throughout the school day. I knew that there's always an open line of communication in my house, and that is something that I wish was so much more common nowadays between children and their parents. Like, if your kids can't talk to you as a parent, then what are they going to do? Bottle their feelings up inside? That's worse. That's how kids get depressed and they deal with anxiety by themselves and stuff like that. And I just think that those mental health problems can be avoided by miles if you're able to have that open line of communication in your household. And once again, I feel very grateful and very lucky that I was able to grow up with that, being that I was, you know, in circumstances where I needed it the most. I never gave up, like I said, because of them. And as the years progressed, I obviously got more and more into my career and more opportunities came my way, and the bullying definitely got worse. It progressed into, like, getting, like, suicide notes, like, in my desk, like, during the school day, and I'd come back to my desk, like, after a bathroom run or something, and I'd read it, and I'd be like, okay, like, who was it? And then they'd start laughing.
My mom and I, we've talked about this a lot, especially when the bullying was really, really heavy in elementary school. You have to be that horse in your own race. Does that make sense? So you put the blinders on, you ignore the left, you ignore the right, and you just go straight forward to that end goal. And you will be in first place.
My message always is to spread positivity and love, and there's no reason to hate on each other for, you know, wanting to grow and wanting to build and continue what it is that you're dreaming of doing. Like, that's just how I see it, and it's very sad that others don't see it that way, but that's kind of why I want to use my platform to be that light for the kids who are being bullied, who may not have that open line of communication with their parents at home, and who don't know, like, what to do in a situation when they're being bullied and they don't have anyone to talk to. Because, to be quite honest, sometimes the school can't even do much for you. If you go to a teacher or a principal or whoever the case may be at school, they can't do much, and they don't see it as much as you do. They're not feeling the impact of the bullying like you are, and so when you talk to them, they're probably just like, oh, it's another bullying story, what are we gonna do? But it's like, yeah, it's another bullying story, what are we gonna do? Like, it happens way too much, it's way too common throughout the entire world. And I just feel like also more influencers who have bigger platforms than just me, like, need to talk about this issue. And I just want to be one of them.
You say all the time, peace and quiet, but for my love, I need a riot. And I hope you capture my drift. I said I need a riot, and I don't want no singing shit.
So my first performance out of school was actually, like, musicals and plays. So I used to do those at, I think it's the Westchester Dinner Theater. I think that's what it's called. It's been a few years. So, but I did a few musicals. Like, we did George M. We did, I don't know if it was at the Westchester Dinner Theater, but I did, like, Annie, I did Aladdin, like, just little plays and stuff, and that's also what kind of got me more so into music, just, like, being comfortable performing on stage. But my being solo, those performances, I believe I believe it was at the Apollo Theater. So they had amateur night at the Apollo Theater. It was like every Wednesday. And so I wanted to be a part of the competition, so I had to audition. So I auditioned, and then I was chosen.
Victoria Dennis.
For anyone who like doesn't really know what the competition is about, it was like 3 talents every night. So it was like maybe me, a dancer, and another singer, and we would all like kind of compete. And then at the end of the night, they pull down like this huge meter, like the sound meter, and then you ask the audience like, will it be? And then they like tap on your head like Victoria Dennis, or will it be this one, this one, this one? And by the audience like clapping, the meter will go up and down. And so if you hit like 100 or something, like you basically win. And so those were covers though that I performed at the Apollo, and that was an amazing experience. It really was. I was always very, very, very excited. I did like 2 or 3 of the competitions. Those were always very exciting. And one thing about me is that I actually never really get like nervous before I go on stage. My nerves are actually like just anxiousness, if that makes sense. Like, I remember, like, one time when I was doing the Apollo competitions, I, like, chugged down, like, 3 pixie sticks before I went on stage, and I was, like, doing the Running Man backstage, and I was like, yeah, I'm so excited, like, I just want to go perform, and I was just very excited and energetic, rather than being, like, nervous and, like, timid, because, like I said earlier, I've always been, like, a very energetic, like, kid, and I feel like I still kind of am that way.
Ladies and gentlemen, going to the next level of competition, with a peak of 90, with your vote, your enthusiasm, and her happy birthday gift, Miss Victoria!
But yeah, that was like the first, I believe that was like one of my first like big performances. I'm trying to think though, like one of my first performances where I sang an original song.
Hi guys! I've been holding on to some news. Okay, so I am very excited and very proud and very happy to announce that I will be going on my first—
It was a social jam tour that was in like 2015-ish, I think. And I remember that I sang a few original songs on that little tour. We used to perform at places like the Bitter End in New York City. It's like a little club slash like performance spot, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think that was one of the times.
Just a spot between us. Hold on tighter, we don't need the lights on tonight. Now we'll fire.
Take it again, 2, 3, and
Take me higher, don't speak. Kiss me harder, show.
I actually recently was signed to a management. On Instagram, their @ is Arsace Management. And so basically they sign like influencers, but they're branching out and they're deciding to sign people that are influencers, but that also like sing, dance, possibly act, maybe DJs. So I was actually the first female singer to be added to their management. So my hopes when it comes to that is just, you know, being successful with the management and all the influencers that are a part of the management. And I just feel so happy and very humbled to be a part of the management. But as far as like my music, more focused on just my music, I want to release an EP. That's been something that I've been wanting to do ever since like the top of this year. Like I've been thinking about it more and more, and I really want to release an EP. That's a goal that I definitely want to reach, hopefully soon, maybe by like the middle of next year I can put something out, because you know, coronavirus obviously put a hold on a lot of things, but that's okay. Another thing is I definitely want to collab with different like brands, whether it be like beauty brands, clothing brands, jewelry companies, like whatever it may be. And something that I've also always dreamed about is like having my own collaboration with like another brand. So like the first thing that comes to mind like is Morphe. Morphe's collaborated with like Maddie Ziegler, Madison Beer, Charli D'Amelio, like all these different influencers. And so that is definitely something that I would love to do, because I'm definitely like very much so into makeup. And then also this is a long time from now, but I really want to go on tour. And I'm talking tour like Ariana Grande tour, like selling out arenas all over this freaking world. Like that's that's what I want, and I know that it's it could be a very long time from now, but it's something that I really want to like manifest and just, keep the faith in, because I feel like if you work hard and opportunities are presented to you because of your hard work, like every door that opens is a new opportunity, and not only can I get there, but everyone can get there as long as they just work hard and they never give up. And that is something that I am a very strong believer in. And I also really believe that everything happens for a reason. So even if a negative situation comes your way and you're like, oh my God, like this is the worst thing in the world, now I give up. No, everything happens for a reason. There was a reason why you didn't get that job. There was a reason why, I don't know, your Instagram post didn't do that well. Like there's a reason for everything. And I just feel like that's just something that I really believe in and that people should also believe in. So for the holidays, last year I posted a drum cover while I was also singing to Last Christmas, but Ariana Grande's version. So people seem to like that. So I think it would be a really nice idea to like continue that from last year and post holiday things. Like Christmas is probably one of my favorite holidays, so I will definitely be in the Christmas spirit, and I'll be showing that on Instagram. So yes, I would say definitely to look out for those covers soon. And as far as collaborating with other people on covers, it's something that I've actually always wanted to do, but I just honestly haven't, I guess, found like the right person to collab with. Like I'm open to collab with a female or male on something, and I think that it's a really good idea. I just need to, figure out who. But yeah, I would definitely be open to doing that.